Can we sit and smoke in the backyard?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, it's plenty out here.
Oh, there's
The echoes out here. Oh my.
definitely.
I call it circuitry and wiring emulation mode.
Yeah.
Eventually all we'll have is nanotech robots doing everything.
Maybe.
Super dependency on super high tech. Yeah, look, we both got our water bottles. Not gonna dehydrate today?
It's that chicken. Want a radio on?
Yeah, sure, thanks.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I had bad chicken last night too. He gave me problems this morning.
Yeah, like dysentery, explosive diarrhea. That's the next step, basically, because it's like
Brain mud.
pretty much, man.
Back.
Because it's kind of like toxin. It's like a septic fluid in my cells. I'm about to go through like cold sweats. Almost like flu-like symptoms.
Yeah. Who did that design of that t-shirt?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Don't know. I just bought it at Walgreens.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I call that death imagery.
I'm really hoping for anything.
Execute the code. That'd be a double entendre most anarchists wouldn't get the joke of.
Execute the code?
Yeah.
I think so. I understand it. So it's like you're taking out, I guess, law or establishment.
Yeah.
And so it's a pun.
Yeah. It's a double entendre pun.
Yeah.
Is that an apple tree? Or cherry plum tree? What was I thinking about this morning? Oh, here's one thing. Apparently when I go places and then hang out with people, it's like I'll have no voices there. And it's like it's a draw to me after that. And then after a while the voices come back and that looking.
Oh, it's terrible.
I'm in denial about my schizophrenia voices. I think it's someone with a computer doing parallelism or something. Or like nanotech robots triggering a bunch of neurons in people's language centers so they all think the same thing and then I get the front end of it and then maybe I'm in a daisy chain too.
It's Jose Delgado.
What was that?
Jose Delgado.
What's Jose Delgado?
Jose Delgado invented a bunch of machines. One of them allowed images to be, I guess, you could actually see things. They wouldn't physically be there, but you sat there in this machine, you put your head in this like sound thing. It could stimulate your brain, and you could see like symbols and things like that.
That's what I'm experiencing. Except usually it's like a head shot or a bust shot of someone. And it's, I could explain it better. I'm going to write about it. Bring it to my psych and my psychologist.
Yeah, well, look it up. I mean, here's part of MK Ultra.
I see.
And that was like using hallucinogens for mind control. Like wiping people down to a level to where they had no emotions and no free will.
Alright.
And then we could just tell them what to do and they would do it.
Yeah, I have the suspicion that I have whispering nanotech robots in my ears.
Yeah.
So I'm getting subliminals, but for some reason I can disbelieve holography. Because it's laser art. And I only get like a 5% opacity image when they're trying to convince me of something. And, you know, 120th of a second subliminal is more effective than 130th of a second subliminal.
I guess so, but I mean, if you have free will and you're strong enough, I guess,
Drive.
Not a drive, but if you, like, if your personality is based on reality,
Yeah, it is.
then you can deal with it.
Yeah, I can distinctly point out what is imaginary and real. The only problem with that is when the stuff real, quote, real, also has imaginary in it, which is indistinguishable because it looks just like and sounds just like reality. And I call that reality because it's my experience. It's my reality. It's called exaggerated subjectivity. And that could be hypnosis with suggestions. I always have half-assed technical answers to why this stuff's happening. But I just say that to a psychologist and they go, aha, that's what it's like. I say, it's as though, ...
So psychologist, not a psychiatric physician?
I tell them everything. My psychologist, my case manager.
Well,
I want to get really good treatment,
Yeah, a
The
psychiatrist.
best they can do,
Psychiatrist is different than a psychologist because a psychiatrist deals with medicine, the basic anatomy.
Yes, there are also psych doctors who are therapists who are doctors. A side doctorate, like a PhD in psychology would be a side doctor.
Well, psychology.
But not necessarily an MD who can prescribe medications.
Yeah. So, but that's weird if you have someone with a PhD that prescribes medications that isn't an MD.
Right.
Because
You'd really have a PhD who's overseeing a bunch of MDs.
Yeah.
Like a PMH or something.
No, an MD would actually be higher on the chain.
Well, it's just more education. Because a PhD you can get in, 5 years? Easy?
No, you can get a bachelor's and then you can get a certificate that's equal to a PhD for certain types of things like holistic medicine.
How long does it take other than the previous schooling?
You have to go in for a master's.
You have to have a master's and then a PhD?
You have to get a graduate. Bachelor's.
Bachelor's can take as little as 2 years, though.
Yeah, bachelor's undergraduate.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's kind of like philosophy. And,
yeah, it's like general education up the yazoo.
But like, say, like if you go, you have to go in all these different levels. Because getting a master's, it's kind of like general ed that leads to something like a MD or a real PhD.
Yeah.
So
I want to see what classes I have to take. I was one class away from graduating in '94, and then I got sick. It's like I suspect we foul play, not from anybody around me.
Oh, God.
No, I don't know. I had a lot of spiritual oomph. I was eating one meal a day, essentially, and then I had the problem was 2 quarters. Like 2 quarters of the school year, I was 36-hour, 2-day-a-week schedule. The rest of the time I just relaxed. I messed with my sleeping patterns. I should have come home at midnight, but I sometimes come home at 3 or 6 in the morning. And then this play came out in Santa Cruz, which I went to, and they did a different version of it, I think. Short, and it was like the main character was like going like this around computers and looking at him and licking his lips, and then the space alien is lifting him out of the ceiling. Meaning I was bound for my parents' house in Pasadena.
Yeah. You got abducted by aliens.
Yeah. I worked on the poster for the play too. It was pretty cool. So it was a big thought of reference for me, and didn't help me much that there was a TOR on stage, TOR, thought of reference, is a really bad psychological symptom. It means you think something is about you. Usually media. It's in person. I call it an in-person thought of reference.
And so what is that? Is that like a clinical criteria for personality disorder? Or?
No, I don't know. I don't have a personality disorder.
No, I'm just saying, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just a bad symptom, so I have to assume it's not real references if I want to stay sane. Like, if you want to be in the show or stand at the back of the hall, whatever that lyric was, back a ways. That reminds me of Laurie Anderson concert I went to, where she had a Korg keyboard and a Proteus XR2 on stage at Zellerbach, and I leaned over to my ex-girlfriend and said, "That's the same keyboard and synthesizer we have at school." And Laurie Anderson went to the same school I did, so So yeah, I have to like, when I hear there's one go, calling out to all area crews, gonna make this shit happen right here, right now. I have to think, calling out. Calling out to all area crews. It's my name. Or I hear Anthony Kiedis going, Colin, you're out there.
I guess so.
There's like actual references that are meant for a different Colin. Or for me, I don't know, I'm not that important. Which is one reason oppressed people being considered less important by the oppressors. They try to get away with more with the less important people.
Somewhat.
Because if you messed with Barack Obama, the Secret Service would show up, FBI would have a high priority for it. I'm not sure that I'm not sure I have a higher priority than Barack Obama, but this is America, so.
Most of us do, on the basis of not being disenfranchised with partisans. But there are certain things if you tried to do as a private citizen, you would not be able to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm pissed off that my cell phone doesn't get in touch with my friend's actual voicemail boxes. And I'm pissed off that the only person who answers my blanket email sends for friends is the person who could be hurt most by me getting uncomfortable and upset and blurting too much out about how sick I am. She's a family member with two of the similar diseases that I have.
Are they like psychological?
Yes, I can. Anxiety and mood disorder. She's actually the one I learned the word for my mood disorder from. Cyclothymia. Rapid cycling cyclothymia. Cyclothymia is like a specific type of bipolar 2, which is more than one mood instability event a year.
Wow.
Bipolar is one or fewer a year. So if you have a spring thing that happens every year and that's it, you're lucky.
So if you have none of that,
Then I'd be dead.
you'd be dead?
Yeah, because I have a mood instability no matter what. Lithium carbonate doesn't seem to do much. Adidas.
Yeah. Wow.
How many computers do you have? 2? Yeah, okay. And you've got one set up with SLI?
I don't have SLI now. I just have two 550 GTX Ti.
Right, okay.
One's my main GPU, and the other one does physics.
I see physics. Yeah.
So when I play the games, things blow up and move around, particle effects, tessellation. And I have a dual core 3 gigahertz Intel MSI board.
What I did that was pretty cool, when I had a PowerPC, it wasn't a G4 or G5 or G3. It was a 603E chipset from IBM Motorola, and it took forever. I had a way of doing. I'd copy the vertex data out of a 3D MF file that I made with Infinity 2.0 or 2.5, and then I would bring it into Director, and then I made some code to generate the geometry at runtime from the data set, and it would take literally a minute to do probably 200 polygon just to, at runtime, go from a text field with the vertex data in it to the model in the 3D world.
How many megahertz?
98.
That's back then. I guess it was pretty good.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Because nowadays, it's like those things are like thousands of megahertz, couple gigahertz.
Yeah, I can't wait to set up my Mac somewhere. I found a storefront down Ashby here that is $3.95 a month
For what?
for a 400 square foot storefront. I couldn't live there. I would drive me mad if I lived there because on Ashby it's too loud. So I had to live it.
Well, you couldn't shoot a commercial for residential.
Yeah, a lot of people do that though.
A lot of them.
Probably get harassed by the cops.
Occupations. In Berkeley, because the cops have no fucking authority.
Yeah.
Because they bullshitted on marijuana federal mandate. So it means they lost their right to officiate. They lost their jurisdiction. They lost their authority.
To who? The county?
No, the county won't actually deal with Berkeley. Berkeley's now kind of unincorporated.
Oh, I see. Because I thought unincorporated means it goes to this. The first step of the hierarchy is the lowest step of the hierarchy is county.
Oh, that's the highest. So the state is above county, and then county's above city. So that means
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
this, like citizenry, city, county, state, federal, UN.
well, for here that's a little different. It's like for us, we have constitutional, federal. So you have United States code that falls within the Constitution.
Yeah.
Then you have state constitution, which falls within federal constitution. Then below that you have the state code of regulations. Then below that you have county ordinance, and then below that you have city ordinance.
Yeah.
And so if city ordinance,
Civil code.
yeah. So city ordinance violates the constitutional rights of the citizen. Then it goes to county level. If that violates, then it goes to code of regulations.
I see.
Then out of code of regulations, it goes to I think federal United States code, and then above that is constitutional. So,
Right, and the United States, as a renegade nation, would of course ignore all the UN law.
kind of.
I mean, I don't have a single right from the UN personally. I have to pay for stuff. I get medicine, that's one, I guess. Housing is paid, so it's not a right. I have to pay for it, therefore it's not a right. I don't have the right to enough money for cigarettes. Simply because I'm staying in important care. Some people would say I don't have the right to cigarettes. But I'm Native American, and so it's 52% of the United States population. So.
That's intense. What tribe are you?
I'm not actually officially in a tribe, but genetically I'm from Seattle. So I'm Alaska tribe, Navajo, and Inuit.
So that would
And Navajo on both sides of the family. My grandfather's a little bit Navajo on my dad's side too.
So like Algonquin.
What?
Algonquin.
It's Algonquin.
It's Iroquois. So.
Iroquois is like New York State.
Oh, not just Alaska.
It's all over the map.
Their roots, back to hunter-gatherers, go to Alaska. So,
Yeah, a lot of people's do. Yeah, Navajo does too. 300,000 years ago, Navajo branched off from Alaska because the Alaska tribe's chief's son wanted to start Navajo and come south a little.
I mean, like Scandinavians is they're related to Native Americans directly.
Yeah, like Islamic people, a lot of Islamic people are too.
So it's like you have these two branches. You have Algonquin and so like Iroquois, and Algonquin. I don't know. I think Algonquin might be the root, and then you have Iroquois and Blackfoot. Two slightly different complexions. Like Blackfoot are predominantly more darker skin.
Right.
I think the Iroquois are predominantly lighter skin. Sioux, so it's like Sioux, Algonquin, Iroquois, and Blackfoot.
Right.
Those are the ones that relate to Europe. literally shining. Spain. Scandinavians.
Scandinavians.
You know what? That's kind of a weird name. But we find a lot of them in Siberia.
Yeah.
Oh, practicing Scandinavian shamanism. So, noids.
I like physiognomy studies and genealogy like you do.
Yeah, Gregor Mendel's probably the best for those for explaining it.
I learned that freshman year in high school.
What?
The Mendel stuff
Mendel
with
chart?
the keys.
Yeah. Dominant and recessive genes.
Alleles. What's really weird is I don't know whether I'm 1/16th, 1/32nd, or 1/64th Kenyan albino because I didn't get a chance to ask my mom or ask my grandmother or my dad. I could ask my dad, but he's a big naysayer on something like that. And he has to hide a lot of stuff about his liberalism because of Petaluma, a bunch of hicks around. But my dad's albino Kenyan, my grandmother's albino Kenyan. That's 3 generations of albino Kenyan.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm just starting now to get white spots on my arm.
Oh, wow.
My arms. Because it's hypopigmentosis.
I used to get them on my head.
You have gray hairs from it?
Yeah, I have white hairs.
Yeah, I have white hairs too.
And sometimes I get these really weird thick hairs on my mustache.
Huh.
I have to pull out.
Yeah. Like ingrown or something?
No, they're just completely clear, very tough. There's no pigment in them.
Wow.
Like they're completely clear, not even white. Transparent. Fishing line.
Yeah. Well, you drinking distilled water is basically disproving what my dad said, or my mom said, or whatever.
Oh, keeps me regular.
Yeah.
We go back to the other side.
Do you take vitamin supplements?
Oh no.
Oh, really? You're not paranoid about that, are you? Or
No, it's just the way they make them.
like refining vegetation and
No,
stuff?
it's not even fibers. The amount of cellulose,
I see.
microcrystalline cellulose,
Yeah.
it'll create a blockage in the bowels and make a septic.
Oh, wow. You have to head in?
Oh. I'm going a little sick from the rat chicken, but
Oh.
good
Probably
thing.
more than a little sick.
Definitely. Explosive diarrheas, no joy. Oh, dear God.
Just remember to wash your hands all the time.
Definitely.
I don't think my meds are working for you. I wonder. Huh. Well, I vomited a little, but it's mucus.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's the microphone. Green Valley.
Yeah, watch out for that.
Well, you're in the right place too.
Yeah, little chunks.
It's easier to just take some dirt and drop it on, or some leaves and drop it on top of it or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you go do it again.
No. I hope I don't get a migraine from it.
The only difference between apple and oranges is that they're fruit.
What do you mean?
Same difference.
One's citric.
I know, I was being joking.
Oh.
What's citric? What's the apple called?
I don't know.
Like,
It's
mealy?
No, it's related to pears and
Deciduous.
deciduous.
Because lemon trees have leaves all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice day. Rush hour morning and night have to wear the headgear. It's probably going to make me not have anxiety attacks at all. And if I get an iPod, I can sing along to the music and not have voices. If I'm focusing on something in front of me or talking out loud, I can cancel the voices. But I get the sensation that it's sort of driving me when I talk also, so. Like I can't pick the words or something, you know? I can pick the topic, but that's about it. But that's just my subconscious, or whatever it's called nowadays, malfunctioning on me.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about that.
Yeah. Best thing to do is relax, take it easy, do something in front of you enough so you don't go insane.
And boredom will drive you insane.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Overstimulation. Understimulation will...
sensory deprivation.
I know sensory deprivation is pretty good. But understimulation to where like you're put inside of a routine to where it's not that there's nothing you can do or that's foreign, it's just more that you're kept from doing what you can do or you're limited. That'll drive you nuts. Overstimulation, same thing.
Yeah, there's so many phone figures and hackers keeping me from talking with my friends on email and phone. And I asked my roommate if I could use this 3G iPhone 3GS, and I got through to 3 friends that quick. Making me think that my friends have been getting edited up voicemail messages. Somebody's duplicated their outgoing message, and it sounds paranoid, but I'd like to be cautious instead of paranoid.
It's called Mia coning.
Mia whatting?
Mia coning, where they create a mirror phone to your phone so that every time you call, they can listen to it.
I see.
But they don't do it that often, and it's illegal for them to do it. So.
Yeah, well, they're doing it every time I pick up the phone.
That's terrible.
Mia counting?
Mia coning. MEACONING.
Oh, Mia conning.
Yeah, Mia coning.
Okay, I thought it was Mia accounting, like a cell phone account.
Yeah.
Mia conning. Well, I would call the FBI, but they're not on the web.
Yeah, they are.
Not from Easy Copy Center, they're not.
Oh, well,
FBI.com bounces emails too, like mad.
.gov.
That's what I mean. Yeah, FBI.gov. I sent them a expose as an email and it went bounce.
No, I've had to complain to them one time, and what happened was a federal marshal showed up. She flashed her badge. She didn't say anything to me, and then she just walked off, which was fucking hilarious.
She did all that work just to...
No, she didn't even do any work. She showed up. She tried to intimidate
Oh, well,
me.
she had to get visual contact according to the protocols to make sure it was the person they thought it was.
No, I mean, I even sent them a phone number, so it's like they could have just sent an email.
Well,
actually
see, the thing is, certain avenues are monitorable if they're electronic or not. So she had to get visual contact, and then she could proceed, probably.
Not really.
And they already had your complaint as an email, right?
Yeah, I sent
So what?
ones.
She just had to make sure you were you. Was this before face scanning, or?
No face scanning, nothing like that.
Huh. No, I mean, is this before face scanning happened to catch cons?
No, they don't even use it properly. So they have it, they just don't use it.
Yeah. Huh. They can check the data set, I guess. Check the footage and see, yep, he was there. We missed our chance to bust him. I'm gonna put my headgear on. So you might have to speak yourself or speak up.
Okay.
This is a nice backyard, except for the cement, for the asphalt,
I mean, that's because they have to have the parking spaces.
for the case managers and stuff.
Yeah, even though none of us can own a car, they have to have the parking lot here.
Yeah, by code.
Yeah.
Have enough spaces for the use that the building is going to generate of the road traffic.
Well, because they're federally funded, that's why.
Yeah, I see. So you've been off meds for 3 years?
Basically, yeah.
And were you on like prophylactic doses before, like low doses?
I was on really high doses.
Really?
Yeah, they had me on 600 milligrams of Seroquel.
That's what I just got.
And
I need it for my anxiety.
it hits me like a stimulant, so I don't see how that would cut down on anxiety. You know, having something cause your heart to.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, I guess so.
In the short term, for me, it does that. But in the long term, it's a sedative and a tranquilizer.
I think Vicodin would be a sedative and a tranquilizer.
You'd also be hooked.
I don't understand why you'd want to give someone medication that harms them.
Yeah.
You know? It's like if someone has something that's supposedly, you know, like say it's like psychoactive, so they get stimulated and then they have, you know, a reoccurring anxiety and emotional instability.
Right.
Why would you give them stimulants?
Oh, yeah, I'm a hypomanic. I'm not a depressive.
Okay.
The stimulants are probably not able for psychiatrists to use them for a depressive if they're trying to anti-depression them.
I guess so.
But it could be for anxiety, it might work. There's a lot of science going on about anxiety and depression, which doesn't apply to me because I'm a hypomanic with anxiety. You know what? 30% of the planet's got depressive genes,
Depressive genes.
either active or not. Depressive genealogy.
Yeah.
Where's your cap go?
Huh?
Where's the cap for your water?
Oh, sitting over there. I'm gonna throw it away after I drink it all.
Oh, I see.
And then I have to go to the store and get some more.
I'm glad to see Sarah doing better.
Yeah, you know, that was pretty crazy what happened.
I didn't get the details, but it probably upset me, so...
That was pretty out there. She was like urinating and defecating on herself.
Yeah, I saw that much.
And I think she got a bunch of marijuana that sent her off.
Oh, well.
Set her off really
Yeah,
bad.
transitions to marijuana medicine, if it is medicinal grade, rough. Very rough. Very in the hospital, definitely.
I had to call the cops like the day before because it was getting so strange. Right? And then the cops told me, well, we can't bust anyone, you know, for that. We can't even help you. We won't investigate or prosecute anyone for marijuana.
That's not what you wanted.
No, I just wanted them to make sure that it was alright or just to document it.
Yeah.
So then, like, the day after, she gets taken out of I think the corner store by the cops. I have no idea what it was for, but I think it was linked to her defecating. So that's no joy to have to witness. But it's weird. It's like when you call them about it, and they could have done something about it and stopped it from getting to that point, and then, you know, it takes, you know, a third party to recognize it.
Yeah. It must have been street weed or something.
Who knows?
Is that an electric? No, it's not an electric. So yeah, I didn't get into co-working.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it might be bigotry because I'm disabled.
Oh, it sucks.
Stigma of schizoid PTSD, you know. Weird thing was, I wore a blue shirt, a light blue shirt, and he treated me nice. And the second time I saw him for the meeting, to give him the money with my mom, I wore a light blue shirt and he treated me nice. So I think he just likes baby blue. Because that was the most convincing argument that I was wearing baby blue. I wasn't being manipulative about it. I was saying Sandinista and UN blue, you know. Oh, wow, she's got a yawning after.
Yeah.
Back here, my voice has disappeared. You've seen this new jacket of mine, haven't you?
Yeah.
What do you think? What does it mean to you, do you think?
That's a pretty cool bomber.
What kind of ciphers and codes are in it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's like an Arctic lining bomber. They were a heavy...
Yeah, it's like deli, or it's like cafe, greasy spoon cafe, stainless steel texture.
I mean, kind of. I mean, the whole point of it is that, like, I mean, it looks military surplus. So, if it is what it is, then it's the inner lining of a heavier jacket.
Yeah.
For Arctic climates.
And it's polyester, which I thought was illegal because polyester is flammable.
No, that sucks.
Is polyester flammable?
Very much so.
That's a trip. My mom got me a hot jacket that's flammable, and I smoke. Do you have a printer?
I do. It doesn't work, though.
Does it work at all?
It does. I just look more ink.
I can just write stuff down. I have to find smoke shops, or a particular smoke shop downtown that's at the end of the 12 route to see if they have, call them up and see if they have flints for clipper cigarette lighters. And the guy behind the counter is not, a visiting Arabic speaker, so I can communicate with him really well. It's not biased necessarily. I don't think people gave me raw deals meant to try to piss me off or anything. Can't really blanket categorize. There is sort of a snivelly, medium-toned skin, Arabic speaker kind of jive going on when I go to smoke shops. It's like they think they haven't seen me before, and they think they haven't seen me before, and they have, so they try to rip me off like I'm in there for the first time. I might be nervous because I have money on me.
Sucks. That's pretty cool. Caterpillar.
Oh, serious? Where's the food? Maybe that bush over there would be a good place for that baby caterpillar to go.
Yeah, I'm going to check them out first.
It's not a larvae?
It might be a larva. It's either some type of larva or it's a caterpillar or a moth or most likely not.
It's not a silkworm. Silkworms are big.
Yeah, but this guy spins webs.
With his mouth?
No, with his waist.
Tail. I have to be at BMH at 10:15.
What time is it now?
9:05.
What do you have to see?
Huh.
Which doctor are you going to visit?
What was that?
What doctor are you going to visit?
That was yesterday. Today I'm seeing my case manager.
Who's your case manager?
Rudolfo Hernandez.
Oh, wow.
He holds groups at the board and care where I am too. Because Dan left.
Unger or Ezekiel?
Yeah, Unger.
Okay.
Ezekiel came to me in Villa Fairmont. I was explaining a bunch of stuff about bad relationship with my mom and stuff, where she's like cursed or something. I am too. It turns out she only ends up hurting me with her decisions.
That's terrible.
Like trying to get me off of tobacco, alcohol, and pot, all at the same time, which no rehab clinic would ever try. Especially the tobacco.
Look, he spun a web.
Wow. Is it dangling from the web?
Yeah, he was.
Just don't grab him, because you'd squish him.
No, I'm not going to squish him.
All the Buddhists in town would shriek in horror.
Oh, they're hypocrites, though.
Why? Thank you.
I'm just joking. Like inside of the Dharma Dhatu,
Yeah,
they have links.
Taoist hypocrisy.
Yeah. No, but they're linked to Aleph and Aum Shinrikyo.
What are those?
Aleph was a terrorist organization in Japan, and Aum
I see. The
Shinrikyo,
sarin gas.
yeah, Aum sect.
Well, linked just means that somebody went to a temple once or twice.
No,
Their whole life.
Dalai Lama was, they took a picture of him meeting with the leader of the Aum sect.
Probably in an attempt to start diplomacy so they wouldn't bomb people.
Oh, hell no.
Really?
No.
Well,
It's like you think about
Dalai Lama terrorist.
Yeah, final extinction, and then the end of a day of Brahma. So, like, the end of a day of Brahma is like when all the lower life forms in this incarnation are extinguished or wiped out.
I see. I think they misplaced the word nirvana for death in the translation you got. Because it happens a lot.
Well, no. What this is that when Krishna rests, because the world and this incarnation exists in his mind and his mind only, the whole Godhead thing.
Right.
When he
That's what that delusion was about.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he rests at the end of a day of Brahma, everything that is not real disappears. And so it's kind of like a really weird way of, like, if you're not down with their cults, when the compassion and empathy stop.
Right. Like you're talking about the 300,000 Mormons or something.
I wouldn't say Mormons, but just in general, when the cult like takes over an area, because a lot of it has to do with communism. All the people who aren't within the cult perish because they make it very difficult to survive.
Yeah. Well, somebody did tell me Krishna wears a different wearing his hair in my Hindu name. He's basically the guy locked up after the universe was destroyed.
Well, that is Yamaraja.
No, that's Shiva.
Well, no, Yamaraja is the destroyer. So that's his job. Who?
So is Brahma, so is Krishna, so is Shiva.
I know. Well, it's like you have two of them. Some of them are made up and are modern, and then some of them are really old. Like Yamaraja is Enma in China. Oh.
I thought we were talking about Buddhism, not Hinduism. But Hinduism is the basis for Buddhism.
They're linked. So, Hinduism is East Asian. And it can be traced back to, like, say, Rome. And Buddhism.
Well, we've got a lot of web rot in our documentation on that stuff.
Kind of, but Buddhism is a little more modern, and it's a link between, like, Shinto and Hindu. So in Shinto, you have no human idols. You have no gods that actually are human.
Right. That's proper Buddhism.
Yeah,
I think.
it's just all nature.
Self and nature.
Definitely. And Hinduism is kind of like something that came about around the same time as like Mohammedan, but even in like Islam culture, Islamic, you have Mohammedan, which is kind of like Shinto, and then it's all nature and man in nature.
Yeah.
And then you have like Islam and Muslims, and then you have human idols and, you know, like God, things like that. And
Yeah.
so for Mohammedan, it's kind of like Christianity, that Muhammad's like Jesus, and he died in a pretty fucked up.
Check this out. I did a trade show video for Adobe over about 5 months working on it, and my joke was when the application icon fell down the screen with the product display, the product box displayed, it was going counterclockwise and falling top to bottom. So I was saying basically lower your prices, Adobe. I think they liked the joke, but they must have planned to lower the prices already.
Adobe's fucking expensive, most of the things.
Not for subscription. CS6 is, if you have a licensed copy of anything Adobe within limits, it's $30 a month for CS6.
No, but just getting like Photoshop.
Yeah, Photoshop is like $800.
Oh, it's sick. And
Subscription's a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah, but you have GIMP.
I know.
And you have like
But does GIMP do render clouds?
photo impression.
Because I use render clouds a lot for texture mapping.
I don't know if it does. But there's so many things that are different that are easy to get. You could just, if you honestly wanted to, just crack Adobe and just like, fuck that $800.
Yeah, but it's reverse engineering. You'd have to have it be underground software.
That's no problem. I mean,
It doesn't attract too much attention.
No, but just still, it's like, just how much it costs. And
Yeah.
based on how many other things there are out there that are just
Like
as good.
Corel and LiveStage Pro for media authoring.
Kind of, but it's what's going to kill their company eventually.
Yeah, at one point, in 3 years, they earned $3 billion.
Yeah.
And their stockholders were like up in arms going, what? Only $3 billion? And you're investing half of his new software?
You have to stay competitive. I mean, the whole point of it is like, well, it's going to cost $800
Yeah.
for a
I think that was their sale. No, that was their net profit was $3 billion in 3 years.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. But like when
It
you think
started
about,
off, it started ramped up like that, you know.
when you think about
I
how-
told my aunt, who was in charge of my trust, like 2 years before that, get Apple and Adobe stock. Get Apple and Adobe stock. And I think she did, which she now trusts me with multimedia software company stocks. But I don't get to see any money from my trust. It's like my retirement fund and also my special needs trust, which means essentially someone else has to handle the money. I can't touch the money at all.
Oh, it's terrible.
It has to be for goods and services bought by someone else, get the receipt from someone else, and hand it to the trust executive.
So is it sub-payee? Is that your trustee?
No, that's my SSI income.
So you get SSI.
That's 100% federal too, because my Medi-Cal is really expensive.
So you have SSI, but then you also have like a trust fund?
For my grandfather. My grandfather was deceased.
That's insane.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they knew I was interested in marijuana. They knew I was interested in alcohol. They knew I was interested in cigarettes. And those are expensive. Nowadays, I spend $10 on my marijuana every 2 weeks. Because I'm on a very low dose.
How much?
$10.
That's it?
About $11 with tax.
How many grams?
One.
1 gram?
And it's not, I don't smoke it very often. It's hash, you know. And I tell all my healthcare workers the whole truth about it, you know. Try to explain what I'm trying to do with it. It's really strange. If I smoke a wee bit of hash or pot, the mood stabilizer and mood number tamping kicks in for about 4 hours, depending. And then, and it sometimes goes longer than that if there's narcotic tamping happening also. But I have to tell all my healthcare workers about it. You know, my psychiatrist, my psychologist, my case manager.
I don't have a psychiatrist or a physician. I have a case manager, and that's it.
Yeah, that's. I could do that and probably be better off, but I wouldn't want the transition to happen until I'm stronger. 'Cause I'm pretty sick right now. Yeah, I asked my psychiatrist, and he said, if you do any pot, it cancels out this medication. And I said, well, then take me off the medication, because the pot's doing a better job. Or it's chilling me out enough that I can be myself and not have schizoid symptoms, you know. Yep, an hour until I gotta be there.
What time's it now?
9:16. Do you spare another menthol? Maybe I could. Maybe we could go upstairs in like half an hour, and we could research that smoke shop downtown on Berkeley Square. Or you could just dial 911 or 411. The thing is, on my cell phone, when I dial 411, it totally malfunctions every single time. I don't get anything I want. It's like smog shop instead of smoke shop. And I look in the yellow pages and it doesn't have smoke shop. I'm like, head shop? That's rarer than smoke shop.
So you're just looking for Clipper Flint?
Clipper Flints, yeah.
They have them at Walgreens.
Clipper?
Yeah.
How much are they?
I just know if there's one.
Behind the counter?
Yeah, I think I bought one.
Oh, that's much better than going downtown. If they have those for 50 cents each, I could get like.
I think a pack.
Do you think it's like $6 or?
That's probably going to be pretty expensive.
Huh. Well, I don't think my mom would be hip to paying for Clipper Flint.
Yeah, I guess in a little bit I have to take on the children of machine guns.
I want to do Harvat.
What's
I want
that?
to do an illustration of Harvat. Heavily armed,
Look at that.
reentry vehicle.
Mosquito hawk.
Yeah, I call him Daddy Longlegs. I want to get it. It's called heavily armed reentry vehicle and transport.
Yeah.
It's not a drop ship. It's a one person vehicle, and me and my friend Xander came up with it and the acronym for it because we read Starship Troopers.
Yeah, Starship Troopers is pretty cool.
And the version you read is different from the version I read. I guess Heinlein's the most rewritten author.
Well, I got the original one. There's only one version you can get, it's a paperback. It's the same for all of them.
Oh, I had a 60s copy.
It's just the same here. I think the opening's pretty...
It doesn't say Heinlein like the swoop on
Yeah.
top.
Yeah. So the opening is pretty odd because like the bugs aren't that big a deal in it. It's like they talk about like this weird like Sueda or Seda, what do you call it? Is it Sueda?
We read different versions.
So it's like a
That'd be
semi-communist partisan group of aliens with like craze. Kind of like
Yeah, you told me about that.
subhuman degenerates, and that's the opening of the book. They drop in and they start fighting them. It's like what?
The second half of the book I read was a high attrition rate amongst the grunts.
Yeah. And then after that, they talk about his experiences back in America and what the
that
world
wasn't the book
government
I
was
read.
like. Like you can only vote if you served in the military. So it's like all Republicans,
Well,
so conservative Republicans that served in the military.
yeah.
So it's kind of like the Skull and Bones took over the world and started colonizing other planets and space travel.
Yeah, I had a skull and crossbones flag hanging in my room for the longest time to ward away evil
Jolly Jack.
to ward away evil from W. Although I'm obviously a liberal, you know. Long hippie hair, scraggly gray beard.
But I mean, then after that, they get into like the relationship between the Greys and the Bugs.
Yeah, the Greys and Bugs thing wasn't happening in my book, the book I read. It was just bugs.
Well, you should check it out again. It's probably there. You just if you don't remember it.
Huh. More meat for the machine.
Because, I mean, the whole part is that they fight the bugs after they initially meet the Greys.
Have you seen the cartoon? The computer-generated cartoon?
No.
You should check that out. You can probably watch it on now on Netflix.
No, I knew a guy who worked for was it Tippett?
Right.
Tippett did this effect, right?
Probably designed and made the creatures.
Yeah.
On computer.
Yeah, so I think it was Phil Tippett Studios. So
No, that's the movie version. So I'm talking about the series for children.
At one point, I could have, if I had done what them had wanted to, I could have been at Gopher there.
Wow.
And I'd probably not be here. So.
I know someone who worked on Apollo 13 and Terminator 2 and 3. No, not 2, 3.
Did you hear about LucasArts?
What happened at LucasArts?
Disney bought LucasArts from
Lucasfilm, also.
I don't think Lucasfilm. Just LucasArts and the rights to Star Wars. So they bought the rights to Star Wars from Lucas. They bought Lucas Arts.
They also got Pixar, which is another Lucas thing.
Yeah,
Steve.
Kind of. So then what happened is they fired all the staff at LucasArts. They canned the company, got rid of
hollow shell of a company.
All of the workers, and now they have the rights to Star Wars and the Star Wars games, and they're going to start renting out the Star Wars license to other game companies.
It's not that hot of a franchise. Got critiqued up and down. I have to use the head. Could I go in?
Yeah.
Can we go in?
Yeah.
Look at that timing.
Oh dear God.
Whoa, trippy head. Trippy handlebars. Yeah. Drop the fish in the backyard.
The garbage can, does it smell?
Yeah, that smells like fish.
Oh no, man. We have a guy next door that grows feces and urine.
Like the opposite of OCD or something?
Yeah.
D-O-C-D?
There you go.
Great.
Give me a second.
Just give me a second.
Oh.
You agree, and the art of this up.
You don't mind sitting on the floor, do you?
No. You don't lie on your stomach and do that, do you?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow. What's that? Is that an 8-track?
What?
Is that a drum machine?
What do you mean?
There's a box on the left of the monitor.
Where? This is the main one. This
Left of the monitor.
Left?
No, the thing with the 7 buttons.
Oh, it's a stereo.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this thing?
Yeah.
That's sampler.
Oh, okay.
I make music and beats. Oh.
You got a glass shield down because you're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You draw that?
No. It's just, so what do you want to check out?
Let's see. I can't tell whether they have flints at,
I'll try to find one.
Walgreens that I can get, because I only have $3 to spend.
Okay, let me see.
But, Smoke Shop in Berkeley. On Berkeley Square.
Okay.
All I need is a little scrap of paper with, I can put it on a business card or something like that.
Let me find out.
Maybe you can call on your phone here and I could check.
Okay. So that's boot chains, so the replacement ones. 83 cents.
Each?
No, just for all of them. Is that the type it uses?
This is Walgreens or the Smoke Shop?
This is just in general.
No, I'm not Zippo flints. It's a
Like that, right?
like that, yeah.
Okay, so let me check out at Walgreens.
Search field anywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Clipper, CLIPPER.
Like that. I was looking, I guess, smoking.
I could just go up there and say it was fine.
You could call them and ask.
Yeah. Hello, Walgreens call center. How may I help you? I need a girlfriend. I thought I'd get one at Walgreens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a joke about that. It was like, I'm gonna walk down the blank media aisle at Walgreens, and my girlfriend's gonna call to me from a shelf, and then I'll record some porno to the disc,
Can you pass me that?
and then it'll be on there. But I'll know which. Oh, I see. I'll know which disc it was. Keyboarding with a backpack.
So, use the phone?
Yeah, is the number there? Walgreens?
I'll find it for you.
Print Samsung. This phone. I was thinking about getting an MP3 player, but it wouldn't play my AACs, my M4As. Maybe it does now, I don't know. What's the number?
Let me get it for you.
Thermometer bars all the way on this.
It's not thermometer, it's signal.
Oh, I see. Ah, that's a blinding particle system joke at the beginning. Ouch.
Yeah.
White LED backlit displays make me zone out.
Oh, dear God.
You know, for your computer, you can get, with a GPU, you can get an adapter and get an SGI monitor,
Mm-hmm.
and they go up to 4K sometimes.
That's intense. I just have 180p.
Money on my mind, money on my mind. Catchy tunes that I want to shoot in the head.
So it's on Adeline, right?
Yeah, it might be Oregon.
I think this is at 28, so let me see. A.
Is that the number there, Yahoo?
No.
That's it. Ah.
Okay, so that's it.
Isn't the phone number on the pop-up?
Yeah, there it is.
What is it? I can't read that from here.
981 8392.
Oh, it messed up. Hold on, back up. Where's backup on this?
Just hit end, yeah. And do it again.
8981.
8392.
You got cool random notes when you hit these. It's neat.
Okay.
Connecting. Yes, I have a large number of Clipper cigarette lighters that are reflintable and reusable with, I was wondering if you have Clipper flints? I don't think it is. What, What do you? Can you describe what it looks like? Do you have that on the screen? Oh, it comes with 6 flints, and you put the flints in. Oh, okay, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a black plastic flint holder with this the wheel on top for clippers. Well, I guess I'd have to see it then. Thank you. How much are they? For how much? Each? Oh, that couldn't possibly be it. These lighters cost $2 each. Okay, never mind. Thank you. Well, they're always confused on customer service, so they didn't sound very confused. Do you think you could look up the smoke shop on Berkeley Square?
Okay.
Looks like I do have to go downtown.
Is it called Sunshine Smoke Shop?
I think so.
Okay.
On Berkeley Square on Shattuck?
It's 100 Berkeley Square, Addison. So hang on, check it out.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Just need the phone number.
I'm looking for it.
I might not have one.
841 1003.
8 just this is weird. I hit 8 and it doesn't do anything. 841 what?
1003.
1003. Fuck. This is a 3G phone?
I don't know. Just Verizon.
Oh, they're not open yet. Oh well. Maybe you could write this phone. I'll write this phone number down. I'll memorize it and then write it down. 841 1003.
103.
So, yeah, it's 1003. It's 4 digits. So.
Okay. That's true.
841 1003. Do you have a pen handy? Okay. Ooh, a graphic pen. What number is this one? Doesn't have a number on the lid. Or elsewhere. Great. Oh, la recherche a fini.
What's that mean?
My research is done.
Oh, okay.
I have finished my research. My research has finished. Is that a USB controller?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. The chrome plating on that thing.
Yeah, it is. It's all plastic.
Yeah. Mylar.
Yeah.
If you don't mind a CRT, you could get us. I have two SGI 15-inch monitors, which are probably, 2K maximum or something. I'd have to plug them into my machine with an adapter to find out.
Or the VGA or DVI?
Neither.
Neither?
SGI connector.
What's that?
Which looks like DVI, but back in the day.
Oh, okay. So it's a
And
little...
it's probably not digital, it's analog. You guys see these particle systems you're talking about. Particle systems is one of my specialities in food, but not in gaming. Cute interlace look, and that's interlacing is used a lot for style.
Yeah, definitely.
Video games have a weird aesthetic, I think.
Those are cool because you can actually make your character the way you want. So you can make your character look like whatever you want in the game.
Pretty much. Like yourself or like Jesus or...
Yeah. The Wood Elf for coins.
Right. Gotta have something for people to watch and get busy from and seize it from before the game as the game loads. As a save game.
No, this is online. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this looks a lot better than the PlayStation stuff my friend showed me back in 2004.
Yeah.
Now, does Second Life have this quality nowadays?
Second Life is a little worse than this.
A little worse than that.
No, it's good.
This reminds me of what's that MTV Network's movie and cartoon.
Oh, this is kind of creepy because it's like Grand Theft Auto, but it's online.
Yeah.
And it's free, so if you have a computer and you have a connection, you can play it with no licensing fee or anything like that.
It's too sudden. All these changes are too sudden for me.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm not into hand-eye coordination. I'm into thinking games that are not puzzles, because I can't do puzzles.
Entropia is cool.
What's that?
It's like Second Life. Like they have this online community, so you play it. You can make money, and the money you make in the game, supposedly, you can pull out of the game.
Oh, cool.
Into
But it's not worth it.
No, it's a scam.
That's the tiniest thumb in a scroll bar I have ever seen.
What?
The orange thing you pull down is called the thumb of a scroll bar.
Where this?
No, over a little bit more.
This?
No, you just grab something and drag it down.
Oh, this thing right here?
That's the thumb.
Okay.
That's the thumb. That's the narrowest thumb I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Must be like what? 16 pixels?
Kind of.
8 pixels or something?
Yeah.
I have noticed that it's a little bit easier to use PCs if you're doing pixel accurate stuff,
Mhm.
because the cursor is a 1-to-1 ratio usually, from mouse tracking to screen tracking of the cursor. But I like the Mac cursor better, because if you do fine work, you can move the cursor more, move the mouse more, and the cursor moves less if you're doing fine work.
Mm.
Yeah, I call it a slippery Microsoft mouse. It does seem slippery to me. Oh, you're adjusting the appearance?
Yeah.
It's like step into a phone booth and then take off your Superman clothing?
No, it's just so you can dress your character however you want, so...
Yeah. That seemed to be a fascination for my friend Dylan. Because He did like supposedly satanic-looking characters and stuff.
She's not satanic. It's just like if you get horns.
He liked red and white and black, which I thought was Nazi colors, so I wasn't really happy about it.
Kind of not sure.
Not officially Jewish, but
I don't like the Nazis.
My stepdad had a funny joke when he was playing Castle Wolfenstein on Apple II Plus, which wasn't an FSP, FPS. I'd come in and say, "What you doing, Wayne?" And he'd go, "I like Nazis. They're so cute in the little leather boots. I like to shoot them."
Oh, that's terrible.
He didn't say I like Nazis. He said I like to shoot them.
Yeah. It's funny. Like this game's pretty creepy because I mean, they'll just be sitting around and then you'll just see one and then you gotta deal with it.
Yeah.
But then you can dress your characters like whatever you want.
You were big pendulous breasts.
Oh, definitely. Kill people with big hooters.
Large breasted women got no reason to live.
Oh, I feel so sick right now.
You use a MIDI sampler, or is it a different interface?
I'll show you how it works in a second.
Where'd the rhythm go? See, if the graphics of the games looked like this, it was Toon Shader, I'd be more interested.
Yeah.
I can do Toon Shaders in Macromedia Director. I mean, Adobe Director, sorry.
Tell me, have you seen the motherless redfish swimming in the ocean water? Have you seen the
see sample on the workstation. You can sequence MIDI. You can do both.
a fisherman and shark?
It's not a demo, is it?
Tell me, have you seen the motherless redfish swimming in
They're really cheap. They're like $100. Yeah.
I want a chord that's got weighted keys.
Rated keys?
Yeah, weighted keys. The heavy keys. It feels more like a really expensive piano. I like keyboards, and I like, I love pads. I want to get some pads for drumming.
Tell me, have you seen the motherless redfish
Can you speed it up without
swimming in the ocean water?
pitch?
You can. Right here you can adjust the pitch and the shift right here.
I see. You can go down and up.
Yeah, so this is right now just flipping a sample so it turns into a loop.
I see.
Tell me, have you seen the motherless redfish
It's made for like house and jungle.
in the ocean water?
Yeah, one of my rap names is Beat Repetition. Another one is The Dog, UAWG, for Darn Aid We're Good. Another one is Channel One.
Is that the type of connection it has?
Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like there's coax here, which is like the signal, and then it's got just about this many of these. But it doesn't, it's not, you don't hook it up with anything but like XVGA or, it goes DVI to SGI. I don't know what the connector's called with SGIs. And they're 15-inch monitors, so they're probably like, really only 1,400 pixels, which wouldn't necessarily be worth it. Plus they're up in Petaluma in a warehouse, so.
That's sick.
You could really inexpensively get a huge SGI monitor and hook it up to your machine and probably get 4K. Which means you wouldn't see pixels, you'd just bog down your GPU with redraw. And SGIs oftentimes, way back in the day in 91, were using 4-bit color. Which basically, you can do the math. That's 4 shades of gray, 4 shades of red, 4 shades of green, 4 shades of blue. And it was dither patterns. Because it was such high resolution stuff, it didn't really matter. It was all for optical mixing with pixels with 16 colors. or 4-bit.
I started to do these really weird presentations.
I want to do presentation graphics running a laptop with a HD projector. What's this?
I made a remix, messing around with the sampler and overlaying a beat on top of a 9-inch nails song. Just to have
Which
fun.
song did that guy from Nine Inch Nails give away so people can remix it? Or
You
did
do
he
that with
apply
a
it to all
lot
his
of
music?
it's like a
The
specific
first one he did,
program.
though.
I don't
It
know.
wasn't Perfect Drug, was it?
Yeah, he did it with a lot of them.
Digital video feedback. I have a really good camera person, by the way.
Oh, that's good.
As long as it's different. I'm a good photographer.
Still.
You want a cartoon video, or you want a cartoon music video for some music, I can do it. It might take a week, it might take a month, it might take 4 months.
But you did it?
I'm really good at animation. I can teach it to you also, because nothing better than competition, not like competition, but people to collaborate with on projects and get their
You
like if you have specialities like storyboarding or stuff like that.
Yeah. Some of the things are pretty funny. Have you ever seen
Have you seen my my demo reel?
No.
Okay, we can type that in.
Let me show you. This is my little tiny.
Look, it's Tarjay. On Hooked.
Look, girls, I finally got my chin mark. I got my chin mark, girls. Girls, where y'all going?
Godzilla vs.
Shed that move.
Movie. It's a movie. The V is pronounced as a V. I could do this stuff pretty easily.
We're making fun of.
It's just, I'd do the hinging and stuff of the joints and stuff in a 3D app, so it'd be easy to do.
Twilight said we have to find something called the Elements of Armory. We have to look in Fluttershy's shed.
Wait a minute, didn't Fluttershy say something about people going in her shed?
Yo, Fluttershy, you want to play spin the bottle with us? Come on, you guys, don't tease me, I'm shy. Stay out of my shed. Yo, I'm bored. You want to go hang out with Fluttershy?
Okay.
Take that, you stupid cunt. Yeah, welcome to Ponyville, faggot. Bada boom. Good one, guys. You really got me. Stay out of my shed, okay?
And this year's prom queen is Fluttershy.
Oh my god! Now that I've won this, I finally like myself. Yo, this is gonna be so totally fucking rad.
Hey guys,
Never heard
look,
of fur coat.
Fluttershy's all wet.
Kind of is like Carrie. I'm making fun of Carrie.
Yo, that's my period, you dumb bitch! That's my period! No! Don't laugh at me! Stop laughing at me!
This is too technological.
Yeah. So,
Crazy shit is crazy shit.
so what do you want to see?
In YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
type in.
Hold on.
I know the exact thing. Let's try the first one. Colin, C-O-L-I-N,
Mhm.
space, Williams, 2006, demo reel.
That one?
No, that's not it.
It's 2013.
That's a different Colin Williams. I think it's Colin M. Williams then. That's it right there, the Mars base.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, cool.
A lot of this is just personal projects that I haven't even finished. Like the I can explain what stuff is as it goes by. Do you want to just watch it, or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shut up. She's switched off. Wrote this with some loops. That's good. I'll point out the one segment that's illegal. I had non-disclosure for that I should have valued by.
What's illegal?
Because I have a non-disclosure when I made it.
Was it neuroreceptors?
That's cones in the eye. L, M, and S. Long, medium, and short wave.
Yeah.
Short wavelength cones.
That's pretty cool.
I wrote this song too. So. The only loop is the. You got a speaker in the middle.
So what are you doing this with?
What was that?
What are you using to make this?
What you saw so far is all Cinema 40 8.5. 8.5. That's a paid job, $2,200. That animation and another one, that's particle systems, how I do particle systems with meta balls. And like faux trickery. That's an ad I did for free. Here's a video I did for this one was like 7 repetitions of the fire in the heart, and the background water changed color, but I pulled out green because it looks more watery. That's 8.5 as well, and that's particle systems with pyro cluster, which I have. So we can do fire easily. This is that's electric image. I was trying to get the rain to look right. That's electric image with particle systems. Electric image needs plugins for particle systems to work well. That's the 5-minute movie I did with the titles. Particle systems again for sandstorm. There's the shuttle. Landing. That's the interior of the Mars base. Those things against the wall are computer modules. They're just like supercomputer modules.
You want me to friends?
That's my landlord. From where I used to live. This is all digital except for the people. No sets.
Oh, is she Chinese or is she Mexican?
Yes, she's Chinese. She tried to hook me up with a mail order bride. I just had to tell her no. But you see her, you might be in love. And I'm like, and then the communication problem sinks in after the 2nd month of marriage, and that's a joke about iPad. That's the iPad I wanted, 11 by 17. It's my Jump Point Games graphic. See? That's Infinity 2.0 with a lot of light glow. That's FBM noise, also known as cloud render on the ground. On the water, I mean. This is cheesy, this one right here. But it's the same stuff over and over again because I was like doing different versions. And I wasn't happy with this one in particular. And then of course the incredible and amazing hovering high definition display. Holographic display, which is there actually. For some reason I have a lot of brown, light brown. Like, because that's my skin tone or something? I don't know. Better skin tones in simulations than Skin Magazine. That's Infinity 2.0 with an exceedingly large terrain map that I had to loop. And photo retouch as the gap went by.
Excellent.
This is my test for working at ILM. They said that it took you a month, it takes people at ILM 2 days to do that. And I didn't want to explain it as well. I have anxiety attacks. I'm working on a 800 by 600 8-bit screen. You guys have extra eyes, I don't. This is a real-time media promotional video. I have to get in touch with this client so I can get my work, because I'm sure he has it.
So what's your computer? Like, after this?
Some of this stuff is Quadra 850 circa 93. Some of it's, I mean, just that last one was like that.
So, I mean, what's the one that you have now? What is it?
G5 2.7 gigahertz dual processor with 2 gigabytes of RAM, Wi-Fi, and I don't know the
Like
display
that?
card. It's a tower.
So like this, right here?
That's pretty much it. Let me see. What does it say underneath? Yeah, that's a 2.5 gigahertz for 287.
Okay.
But a $287 one of those would not be good for you. It would crash. It would burn. That's really worth $1,000. So if you find one for $1,000, I would get the $1,000 one. Otherwise, you're gonna have problems with it. 'Cause it's overused. It's already got impacted CPU time.
So all you'd have to do is get,
I really don't want to deal with that many pins on something. But maybe you can help me pick out a better display card so I can have 4 monitors.
I'll show you the ones
I can plug both my SGI monitors in, and I have my 104 DPI Sony LCDs. I can't exactly have a white LED backlit display, so what I eventually want to get is a non-white LED backlit display, 30-inch monitor too.
Let me show you this.
That would be dual link DVI though. I'm not sure my machine has dual link. It might. You want to pop the hood so I can check it out?
Let me just show you.
I have to leave in 10 minutes though.
Okay. So that's what I'm using.
Oh wow! Do they have fans? Have your fans on?
Yeah.
And they're G Force. Yeah. Okay. NVIDIA. GTX 550 Ti. How much are those?
They're about 170 or so.
Wow.
How
How many megabytes of RAM?
It's 1 gigabyte.
Wow.
2
Yeah, the
gigabytes.
thing about PC equipment is a lot cheaper than Mac stuff. And now that Mac is Intel 2, it's you have to be cautious because sometimes stuff doesn't work with a Mac because they just Apple went, you can't use this one because we tried it, it just doesn't work.
It took me a long time to make it.
That's a cool design.
What?
The side of the machine.
Exploit's pretty awesome.
Well, I gotta go.
Okay, man. I'll see you later. I'm gonna walk you out.
Okay. If you want to do Tune Shader from 3D models, I can do that too. I have Tune Shader on an OEM version of Cinema. But we can't do it for money with OEM now.
Okay.
Alright, bye, Mom.
Well, see you later, Colin. Oh, dear God. Mm-hmm.